I'm taking you with me to the medical spa, and I'm going to be trying Botox's famous Look of 3 technique. We're going to deep dive into what that is. You see the lines that have developed around my smile lines? The lines develop because of the movement of the muscle. Botox stops the action from the brain to the muscle, so I no longer move those muscles and the lines don't develop. Let's see how this goes. Now, the Look of 3 is Botox's technique where we're doing 3 different areas of the face 3 times a year in what I consider kind of a high dose. I'm going to try to do something a little bit more minimal than that.
When you smile, you have those lines on the sides. That's called the crow's feet, okay? I usually do about 10 units each side of that, okay? Now, for the frontalis, since you have these strong frontalis, I start with either 10 to 12 units on top. You can start with 10 if you want.
Yes,
You've never done it. So, and then your glabellars, the last time she did was 16 units. I would want to do 20 units here. You okay with that?
I think so.
Okay.
I trust you. So Botox recommends 64 units. I'm hoping that my 38 units will give me a much softer look with lots of movement. We're starting on the glabellars, which is those scowl lines in the middle of the forehead, 16 units. See those bumps on my forehead? We'll talk more about that in a second. Then I'm going on to the forehead lines, which is my frontalis, and I'm doing 10 units there. This is new for me. I've never done this before. Now I'm going to do 6 units on each side of my crow's feet. This is half of what Botox recommends me do.
There you are.
And I'm done.
You're done. I'm going to put some arnica on them.
Thank you.
So I did your glabellars, I did your frontalis, and your crow's feet.
So I did the 3 areas, and you can see where it went. But this will go away in like an hour, this little bumps.
It's
fine.
Go away. Don't worry about them.
I'll put on my mask and my bangs and my eyeglasses. I'll be fine.
Yeah. This is arnica that I'm applying in case you bruise. This just helps.
I've bruised before, and they immediately did the V laser, and it went away. It was amazing. All right, so already those bumps have gone down, which is nice. So if I did this on my lunch break, I could kind of cruise back to work and be okay. Morning 2, I've got a teeny bruise right there. I've got on makeup today, and I can still move and groove. I can still frown and lift. So I think it's kicking in. I'm looking for more results by tomorrow morning, and I'll keep posting and showing you what happens. Starting to get results. These lines are now gone. Got a little bruise there that I'm confident is going to go away. When I scowl, it's not as deep. And when I smile, I like that I still have movement here, so I'm hoping I don't get too much more frozen. Night 4. These are gone. Can't scowl as much. Okay, day 6. I'm almost a week in, and I cannot. Trying to make a line. I can't lift my forehead. I can't form those lines anymore. I guess my forehead's lifting a little, but I cannot form those lines. I can still scowl, but not as intense as I did before. I still have a little bit of movement on my eyes, but it's day 6. I have started changing how I do my brows, and I'll show you that. I feel like this space got smaller. It shrunk down. So let me show you before and after. Notice the space between the inner corner of my eye and where the brow starts. It's completely shrunk down. I look like a cartoon villain or a Spock brow. This is not the most attractive thing. So I've started doing my brows where I do a little bit more nude under here to kind of open that space up. Here's a specific on what I've been doing. I'm taking Susan Posnick's Color Correct Concealer Pencil, and I'm opening up that space with that bright concealer color. I'm trying to make my brows look like they start a little bit higher up. The other place that I'm using this pencil is at the top arch of my brow. It's just way too high. Now, my provider did say you can come back in, she can do another injection up there, and it'll kind of soften that appearance. But I just didn't want to go back in and do more Botox after I had just gotten 38 units. So I'm going to go with it and see when it starts to fade. I'm taking video so that you guys can see the whole journey. I'm also starting to fill in with the Kosas brow pencil. I'm going below where my brow used to be. I'm just adjusting. And this is not the easiest thing because my brows are tattooed on. I got them tattooed when I did a film in Vietnam. And it's not the easiest thing to correct, but you can do it. And remember, Botox is going to fade anyway in 3 months. It's not like this is permanent. So you see here very clearly I have lowered my brow quite a bit.
Day 7. The one thing I'm noticing is the forehead. Look how shiny. It's like it's wrapped in saran wrap. Ever since I started to get a result, it just got just really shiny and kind of just weird, which is fine. My 11s are weaker. I could not make a line on my forehead if I tried. Everything has gotten pretty Botoxed.
Yeah.
Day 10, I'm really seeing that drop in the front part of my brow, and it's caused the outside of my brow to lift up. So I'm going in with my BrowGal brow pencil in chocolate, and I'm still filling in much lower. This is why I try things and you guys watch the video so you don't have to go through this.
Day 14, I think it made a huge difference. Look, I'm going to try to lift my forehead. I can't even make a line. I mean, that's crazy. My 11s, there's no 11s there. My smile, my crow's feet, I mean, barely. Just teeny bit. I like that it still moves. I'm very happy with the result, and I don't think I would get any more. And I am, you can see, I've started filling in my brows a little bit lower because I do think it really lifted this part of my brow in a way I didn't expect. But overall, I'm super happy with the result. And here's the before and after picture.
The scowl lines are much softer, the forehead lines are gone, and my crow's feet are much softer. Now these pictures were taken over the first 2 weeks. And here is my 2-month mark video.
So I made it to the 2-month mark, and you can see that Botox look of 3 was quite an adventure. I'm still putting my eyebrows a little bit lower than they naturally are. You can tell they're really filled in a lot lower. I love how it's softened. This is how I wish I would have started out the look. I can make a little bit of lines here. They're still mostly gone, but I've got some movement back, which I'd prefer. It's still super soft on the smile lines, which I like. I like to have movement. And in the middle, the 11s, I can still move. So I may go back to doing 24 units instead of 36. I'm very grateful I didn't do 50 units because it would have been way too much for me. I hope this video helped you, and leave me a comment. Let me know, do you use Botox? What are your thoughts? I always read your comments every day. Before I check my email, I check my YouTube comments. So let me know what you think, and let me know what your experience has been. I'll see you on the next video.